All right, and our last participant in this segment is Super Marmite. Also from France, we have Olivier Dumoulin. I'm sure I have destroyed that, but I apologize.
Hello, I am Olivier, and I love cooking. And my confit canard is said to be one of the best of my area by my neighbors, who rated it on Super Marmite. Super Marmite, what the social website we created with two friends of mine, Marc and Cyril, to help people share great homemade food. The idea came 7 months ago. It was the evening. I left office very late, and moreover, I was living alone and I knew my fridge was empty. An easy solution would have been going to a fast food restaurant like McDonald's or Doner Kebab or maybe a Chinese catering, but I wanted something different, something more healthy, more personal, something cooked with love. And I thought about my area and all the people cooking in the neighborhood. There were, without any doubts, hundreds of meals being prepared just around me. And among these meals, for sure, there was the one that I wanted, a delicious pot-au-feu. And if the cook would have prepared some extra helpings, I would have loved to pay for it. What I would have needed is a kind of menu of all the meals being prepared around me. I could have chosen the one that I wanted and order it, and then pick it up and enjoy my meal. Well, I've got good news today. It's now possible with Super Marmite, the social marketplace for homemade meals. Well, I am hungry, so let's have a look at the website. On Super Marmite, people who cook can post their meal and propose them to the community. From me on the Google Map, I can see the meals. For example, here we have lasagna or a parmentier de saumon au potimarron. We have desserts like these cheesecakes. It's like in a very good restaurant when you don't know what to choose because everything looks awesome. But I will get tempted by this gratin d'aubergine. I go on the cook page. I see he has good ratings. It's good. And the comments he got by other members of the community. And I will order 2 portions. And I can share it on Facebook. And then I get all the information to get the meal at the cook home. So you see, it's really simple and easy. And it's not only an online experience, but it enables sharing real services between real persons in real life. And I can guarantee you that this gratin d'aubergine was delicious. So thank you for the cook. But now, let's talk about the business. For the cook, it's a way to be valued among the community with his cooking skills, to gain reputation, but it's also a way to earn extra money. I mean, when a user orders, he will pay a participation fee to the cook, and Super Marmite can take 10% commission on this fee. But if the cook has subscribed our premium offer, Super Marmite won't get anything, the cook will get everything. Now, the heart of our business, of our project, is the community. We work to make the community to grow. The site was launched only 2 months ago, and we already have more than 3,000 members on the community. We would like to, and we expect to reach the tipping point in the coming 12 months. For that, we work on improving the experience on the product and the product, and we work on making the community to grow by signing partnerships with startups or associations who already created local social networks and all around the country to begin, and then in all the Europe, Italy, Spain, UK, Germany, and other countries, and soon in the US. Now I would like to tell you some words about the three drivers of the Super Marmite van, our team. There are me, Cyril, our CTO, and Mark. We are all passionate of cooking.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I think if you had come with samples, you could have really, samples of your cooking, and
Yeah.
you could have charged per portion out here.
Does the person who buy the food come and pick it up, or is it delivered?
She come at the cook home to take the meal, but the cook can describe his meal and the experience he proposed, and sometimes people stay at their home and discuss, and it's quite open.
I'm surprised that the cooks would want to publish their addresses. That was the entire presentation I was impressed by, but that fact was a little alarming to me.
Actually, they don't display all the information on the website. Another time it's open. They can say, I'm living here, this is my code number, but they also can say, I'm living in this area. If you can join me at this time using this number, or I will go to on the street to meet you, and they can discuss with a chat associated to each meal. So if they want to be protected, they choose.
Let me first say that I love your business model. I think it's very creative. Cooking is a big trend. I wonder, have you ever thought about doing something like couch surfing, where I'm actually not paid for cooking, but because I do it anyway for myself, I share it with others, I earn kind of points for doing that, and then 2 weeks later, I can eat at other people and I can spend those points?
Yeah, it's a solution we can work on. It needs for the moment it has been online only for 2 months. It's a scenario. It's a possible scenario, but we will work on in the coming months. But it's not. It's something we thought about, and we believe could be a great experience.
I think you're solving a real problem. I mean, my wife and I actually use people in San Francisco who cook, and we pay and they deliver, and I would prefer to use this. So I think you have a real problem. You're solving it, scaling it, and whether it's a venture company or angel company, we weren't given that type of criteria, but this is the type of thing that I would write a personal check to. I think you have a lot going for you.
So there's a new book out by a woman named Lisa Gansky, and it's called The Mesh. And she basically talks about what she describes as mesh businesses, and the idea of the mesh is that there's excess capacity in all sorts of things. So earlier today we saw a car sharing company. Here you're talking about food sharing, etc. So it was certainly worth a read, but you're clearly a business that fits well within her concept of the mesh, which she believes is an emerging category.
It's a real way of life we want to defend with this model. We already have many things that we don't use. We have too many of these things, and I think Super Marmite is in a trend of in France would be a consommation collaborative, but it had another important aspect for us is that food is not just an object. It's something which has been done by someone who took time to do it. It can be done with love, and then share with persons. I think it's a human experience.
I can tell you're French.
Read a book called Bowling Alone. That talks about a lot of this stuff. 3,500 people posting recipes. Was that the metric?
Yeah, 3,000 members for the moment, and more around a little bit less than 1,000 meals posted on the website.
Per what?
For the 2 last months, and the major part on the last month because it's growing.
How many ratings did you have?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have the answer, but each meal, yeah, I believe each meal has been rated, but I've not the number here.
The beauty of this model is that people will build businesses on top of your business, right? You have the capacity to become a platform where these cooks become, professionals on top of your platform, and that's what's exciting about it.
How do you want to grow your user base? What's your marketing strategy?
How do we want to grow? Is that the question?
How do you want to attract new users?
Yeah, our strategy will be identifying in local places what we call community leaders, or people who have audience in local networks, and we will work with them. And we already have people who, for example, will write for our blog because they love our idea, and they help us writing in the blog on the Facebook page for local places in France for the moment, but we will be soon in Barcelona or Madrid. Or I think our development will be this way, point by point.
All right, Olivier, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, well, that's it for this session. Big thank you to Mike and the two Christians for helping us out on this session. We'll be back at 4 o'clock, so come back at 4, and we'll continue with the 4 last companies of the startup competition.